times in healing, we have blind spots, right? And a healer is there to help you see those parts that perhaps you hadn't been addressing. And the reason why energy healing works so much and why it can be so revealing and it can be such a profound experience is because we are able to address those blind spots in multiple layers and dimensions of the being. So when you go to, let's say, a psychiatrist or a psychologist, he will help you find the blind spots that you have on one level, the level of the mind, right? How you're behaving, how you're feeling, and where in your mind he's able to see something that you're not seeing, so that he can point that out, and then you can start that healing process. And the same way a regular doctor will try to help you find whatever you're not seeing in your physical body. So a healer basically has the ability or the capacity to see in all the multiple layers of a being, whether the mental, the emotional, the physical, and also the etheric and the spiritual, which is at the level of the soul, in order to provide some guidance, advice, and direct healing of whatever is not being seen or whatever needs are not being met. Usually there are needs from the soul, because the soul is the all-encompassing, and then we go down into the layers, into the physical. So we go from non-physical to the physical. And the physical is really the last stage where healing occurs. So if you're not seeing healing, sometimes it can be that healing is occurring, but it's just occurring on different layers and levels. If you are, working at it, if you're going to work with a healer or work with different or multiple healers or doctors. But the thing is, with addressing things energetically, we have a big, say, advantage in a way, or a greater vantage point, because usually any ailment, any disease, any condition, even if it's, a mild depression, anything that is manifesting, even if it's a lack of, abundance or a lack of financial resources, anything that is 3D, let's say, that we see it in the physical, it's always a result of multiple things or multiple imbalances in different levels and aspects of the different dimensions of being. In my experience, anything that is not working or that is called a disease or that is called a condition, it's usually a mix. It's like a cocktail of different things that are happening at the same time in different levels and layers of the human. So there are multiple parts of the human being that need to be addressed in order for the whole to be healed. And this is why in one session of healing, energy healing, and of course this depends on what kind of healing you do and with what practitioner, but in my experience as a healer and in the way that I worked and in the methodology that I have developed, we can see that by affecting, changing, healing, or bringing a different focus, different energy to multiple layers of the being, we can actually heal and clear way, way broader than anything that would address only one layer of being. So healing can occur faster, it can be consistent, and we can really go into the root cause of what caused it in the first place, and then address all of the other layers or levels that developed because of that source. So it's a very delicate and very complex world when we go into the field of energy, because there are many things that are very abstract. That is why a good healer has to be very familiar in these worlds and these dimensions and these levels, and be really, really, really sensitive and in tune to the guidance that is being presented through the field of consciousness or through the divine intelligence of the soul that he's treating. And also to have developed enough capacities, skills, and have enough tools to be able to accurately translate the energetic information and be able to know what has to be done, what is not working, what needs to be changed, and in order to create a better state or the well-being, restore the well-being in the patient. So I just wanted to share this because sometimes we, in the healing journey, we can think that we are not advancing, or we can think that we are not progressing, but it's far from the truth. So there's always a higher place from which we can look at whatever situation is developing. There's also, of course, a learning experience for the soul through any disease, ailment, condition, situation. And we can also look for help, perhaps in places that we never thought we would, because many times those places provide the answers for the blind spots. And it's also an encouragement of the soul to find another path, another way, and perhaps a way that feels more natural and more aligned and more whole than just one. So I sent you a lot of love, and I sent you lots of hope and lots of faith in your journey, that you continue, and to know that you have the strength and you can go way, way more than you even think about. So keep going. I'm here for you guys, and I love you. I'll see you soon.